staying in America and now going back to Vietnam. And one of the challenge I face is speaking Vietnamese in business. You know what I mean?
Business Vietnamese.
Yeah, business in Vietnamese, which I have never done. So I got say for example, if in the future I have a CFO, can she speak for me and then pretend I can speak Vietnamese?
No, it's not pretending. You do speak Vietnamese.
Yeah, but like in the business.
No, I'm fine. I mean, one way for you to learn, call it business Vietnamese, is to hear somebody speak business Vietnamese. And if you part of your dream team and the CFO, there's nothing wrong. I tell many of you that are at the newbie end of the continuum, let your CFO do the talking. Let the CEO do the talking. I'll never be able to say reframe again without thinking of you fucking. Anyway, you frame the meeting and let the CFO talk the numbers and talk the lingo. That's fine. What's the second question?
Yep, the second question is, I'm very curious about how did Josh, right? So one of the problems I face is appearing
young, looking young.
Yep, looking young. Whoever I meet, I want to invite to join my board, right? And whenever I mention about here's my offer, right? Because they will ask me, so what would I get? So and then the same answer that you taught me. And when I say that, they view those answer coming from me as this kid thing. I need money, or a lot of the feedback.
Okay, in Asia, I mean, not just Vietnam, but other parts of Asia, China. I mean, you have to go through a lot of people because it's anti their culture. They expect to get paid, okay? And they've heard about the debacles of public offerings, like the one I described. So you're not going to be able to entice as readily some of the people from the Asian countries because they've heard of the fiascos. And so, but somehow, I mean, this is where your CFO can come in handy, or will come in handy. You have to be convinced that one, this is a legitimate deal. I mean, and a lot of the deals in Asia aren't legitimate. I'm not saying it's because it's not an honest place, but it's against the culture. So I mean, and I told you, it's harder for you. I'm not saying it was going to be easier for you. It's harder for you because it goes against a lot of the culture. It just is. The culture doesn't accept the fact that people are going to do work for you. They'll deem it as doing it for free. They won't deem it as doing it on a delayed fee basis. It's also harder to get the big accountants and lawyers to do stuff on a delayed fee basis. And when we were doing it in China, I mean, it was me, and I was the chairman. It was me. They wanted to hear from a gray-haired old man that the fees were delayed and that it wasn't a scam. Because at that time, I was doing it with my son. My son was young, recently out of school. The good news is he spoke Mandarin because he went there and he learned how to speak Chinese. But they wanted to hear it from the old man. And because that's a culture, it's one of the few cultures where being old is good. They revere old people. But not blowing too much smoke up my butt, they revere a lot of old people. So, and that's why I was asked by the Hunan government years ago to go do that project. So it's going to be hard, Bill, but you've got to find somebody that can talk business talk. And that's why I've told you before, the chairman is so important. And a Vietnamese person that's done business there is really critical. Okay. Did I cover everybody? Did I miss anybody? Oh, no. Okay, I covered everybody. Well, you missed it, YouTube. You missed it. I went around man for man and the one woman, and I picked out all, their presentation skills, how they could improve them, etc. And the bottom line is go to Toastmasters, one of them improv, and for 2 or 3 elocution lessons. And Other than that, they're all perfect. They're all perfect, you know. And remember, you only have one time to make a first impression when you're on the phone, and you only have one time because you're talking. You only have one time to make a first impression when they see you. Okay? And as I told not just you, but several of you, no matter where you are in the world, the suit works. The suit works. Now, you may not go to the second and third meeting wearing that suit. I do, but you might not. And somebody wanted to know why I wear red pants, yellow pants, maroon pants. This is how you dress when you're on a yacht. Now, most of you never been on a fucking yacht before. And this is the kind of shoes that you wear. Can you see? Wait a minute. See? And when you're on a 140-foot yacht and you're rubbing elbows with billions, this is how you dress. So, I mean, you got something to look forward to, kids. And but the only chance I get to wear these clothes, because I wear a suit during the regular seminar, is when I'm on cruises with Sally, or during the hardcore seminar. But I mean, there was a book written in the 50s, Dress for Success, and it worked. It worked, and you will look older. Now, Josh, with the greatest respect, even with a three-piece suit, you don't look that old to me. You don't look that old to me. And you've seen the pictures of him. And I'm not saying because he is smart, but I mean, if he can do it at 17, 18, 19, there's no reason not anybody in this room, which I'm sure you've already has dawned on a few of you. Maybe Rose, maybe not Rose, but and PhD, I mean, and no education in this room. That's the scale. Has anybody got less than no education? I don't think so. Has anybody got more than a PhD? I don't think so. But everything in between, and whether you're even with bad English, you can get it done. I'm just telling you, when I was talking to you about presentation skills, one of the first things I tell you is the ones that have the better communication skills will excel quickest. And the one thing Josh does have, if you've noticed in the webinar, he has very good presentation, and he speaks well for a kid. He speaks well for an old man. I mean, he speaks well. Any final questions that you want to? Any final messages you want to tell YouTube?
Just the same as before. Go fuck yourselves.
Well, the
warm message.
Yeah, that's a holiday message from Fiddler on the Roof.
Yeah, from a Jew straight to you. And the Christmas season. Go fuck yourselves again.
They do it again for New Year's Eve as well.
No, they've had enough. I'm sure.
They had enough. Yeah. I'd ask Rose if she wanted to say something, but she would, so I'm not going to ask. I'm not. Okay. Any final messages for the YouTube?
Yes, speaking tips.
No, please. No more questions? Okay, YouTube. Have a happy holidays and go fuck yourself. Thank you.